accomplish of American.
That is correct. But why not identify? They will identify a Frenchman. A Frenchman developed this person from.
Are you talking about specific something? Because I'm trying to figure out an actual, like something I can answer you, but you just sent something that I don't have any information on, and I can't really answer you.
I understand. I understand.
But I can tell you that I never actually see the difference. The Jews, the Israelis, we brought the Ethiopian Jews in the middle of the night. We actually stole them, we smuggled them from Ethiopia because they were being harassed over there because they were Jews. They were black, just like the other countries.
Ethiopia.
Yeah,
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And you know something else that happened
by the
about
way, my first best friend in the world was an Ethiopian. His name was Asher
Okay.
Ibrati. I remember buying a watch for him for his bar mitzvah with my parents. He was actually the first black person I have ever seen.
in Israel. They had a blood drive. All the Israelis, everybody come to give blood.
Yes.
It actually shows when the Ethiopian gave the blood, they threw it in the trash. Huh?
It could happen, yes.
It did.
And I'll tell you why.
It did.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I know the answer.
Okay.
And I know the answer only.
I never did
I know the
that.
answer only because my father was running the entire health system in Israel, and of course it's not like anybody their decision. Ethiopian, at that time, you didn't have ability to find HIV quickly enough, and that blood could actually have, because there were multiple cases where Ethiopian gave blood and it was with HIV and people got HIV from blood transfusion. Multiple cases. I remember actually 2 of the cases when I was young, when people got HIV, and because Africa at that time had the HIV virus and there was a scare in the world, an absolute scare, because today you never need the mask because the mask doesn't really help you against COVID.
But the blood goes through a testing process.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't available at the time. You were talking about a long time ago, my friend. Not today. You are talking about 20 years ago, not today, and I actually know.
Yeah.
And only because my father ran literally all the hospitals in Israel, all of them. In fact, they changed the law so my father can even be the CEO of a hospital, because until my father started, he was supposed to be you have to be a doctor to run it. Until they realized my father did a lot better job than everybody else.
The Jews had AIDS too. The Jews had AIDS. The Jews were having sex with Ethiopians.
Out of just curiosity, knowing that you're wrong, where do you come up with that information?
Well, male, female. It doesn't matter.
Well, right now you are talking about you are talking about a specific part of time that was the beginning of Ethiopian in Israel.
No, I'm talking about 15 years ago when this incident happened, throwing the blood away.
Then it was more than 15 years ago. It was way more than 15 years ago, and they still went to vigorous testing, and if it was an O negative blood, they would not throw it out. They would still send it to testing, because just like my blood is O negative, and my blood, I can give you
One year
blood
was
without
that
checking.
the Israelis threw the Ethiopians' blood away instead of using it.
Is that the same Google that told you that a nice
1966. 1996, I'm sorry.
So, and out of curiosity, how many years ago was 1996? Just
20, 30 years ago.
it was 29 years ago. So
29
exactly
years
the
ago.
time period that I
Yeah.
told you. Exactly the time period that I told you. And there was a scare. In fact, I was afraid to get HIV, not from black people or anybody else, because they were scaring the shit out of everybody. And I was afraid of global warming, because every generation they tell something else is going to happen. It was global cooling at one point. It was the ozone layer in the 90s. Remember the ozone layer?
No, I don't remember that.
I remember that though. You remember?
Well, that's
That they